This project we are building right now is a 2-foot by 2-foot, 8-inch block pier. So we're going to show you step by step of what to do and how to do it. And a lot of it is the same process over and over again till you get your achieved height. The first step, pretty much as usual, is a dry layout. So right now we got a couple of the block. We laid out a 2-foot pier, which with a 16-inch block and the 8-inch will make up 2 feet, which is just a block and a half going this way. The first thing we'll do is get the dry out, lay it around a couple block, all right, measure it up, get a square, and pull it this way, all right? Then measure your block. Make sure we have 2 feet. 2 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet, and roll it right around. After we do that, then we kind of take the block off. We'll take this block, leaving the square foot, and leaving this square foot, and then we'll mark, keeping the same set, keep the squares as still as you possibly can. Mark this, okay? Put the block down again for a guide. Then take this block off right where it was, and follow this line all the way around. You have a mark on the floor. After you do that, you'll end up with your block here filled up. Alright? When we come back, the next thing we'll do is show you how to set that first block on the pier, and that block, when you set it up on the first pier, will set you up going all the way around this pier. So last time we were working on, the first step you do is you grab your dry layout. Alright, once you get the dry layout, get everything marked, you lay that in, just like this one here with the first course. All the way around, you check your measurements, make sure you're 2 foot all the way around and you're in good shape. The next thing you want to do is you want to start this process where you lay this first block. You pick the highest part of the concrete. Whatever is the highest part of the concrete, you would start. When you start off, you lay this first course block, you lay this 8-inch block. And then what you'll do is, since he's up 2 courses in block run on a height of 8 inches with a mortar joint, you want to make sure that you're on 8 plus 2 is 16 inches for the second course. And right there you can see he's right on his 16 inches, which is a good mark. The next thing you do after you check your height is you level this off. You will check the height, you'll level right on, and then you're going to plumb. You'll plumb this side a little bit on that first course, you'll plumb here, and you'll plumb here. You want to make sure this block is as perfect as you possibly can, because the whole rest of this pier, as you go around per course, is going to be based on this block. Because when he laid this block next, he came over, laid this block. First thing you do is you check this block and make sure it's at the same level as this block now. If this block is perfect, and you level this block off to this block like here, you see how he's all flush? Then you know you're on the right track. After you do that, you look over here and sight down and make sure that this block, the bottom of this block, lines up with the top of this block, and it's nice and plumb. Then when you're done with that, you will basically level, make sure it's level. You will plumb this to make sure nothing has happened. You will plumb this, which is right on, and you will plumb this. And check it out. Once you do that, after you check your height, you level, plumb, and then you're going to straight edge and make sure she's all lined up. Alright, you will do that on all the rows that you do this until you meet. So now we've gone through the steps of a dry layout, laying that first course, and then kept checking that first block, making sure it's perfect, and laying off that block is what we did on that last course. Now this next step you can see, it's just that steps going over for every course that we do. And here's a great example of this block here, how he measured. Dick, I'm probably going to need a 2-foot. All right? Where he's going to lay this. We're at 5 courses high. 5 times 8 is 40 inches. And as you can see, he's got his 40 inches, which is right on. Then next thing he did, after he put his foot rule in his back pocket, thank you very much. All right? He grabbed his level here. He made sure this block was right on, because he knows that this block is going to be the basics of these blocks laying off of this. So he wants it right on. And it looks good. Okay? The next thing he'll do, he'll plumb this block. Make sure it's perfect. At these locations, he'll plumb this. Alright? And he'll make sure this is plumbed just for good measure. Now, that's what he did every course. And then the next one he's going to start here. He's going to line his block up with this and line it up with the plumb part and try to lay it where he's using his eyes as a level instead of relying totally on the level.